We've got a unique one here today. It's called Kaiserpunk, and it's a mix of city building and grand strategy. Yeah, I'm curious as well. And it's set in this alternate history, kind of World War II era. You're going to be rebuilding a city, essentially, and then you're going to be going to conquer these different regions by air, land, sea, you name it. The demo is out now for you to play. And it's made by Overseer Games, published by them as well. They're also sponsoring this video, so thanks to them for that. It's going to be part of Steam's June Next Fest, which kicks off June 10th, but you can play the demo now if you would like. So I highly encourage you to do that. We're going to dive in and play the demo here. There is one map right now, and it's the tutorial map. So that's what we're going to do. Put my name in here. There's a bunch of different heritage options that you can choose for different bonuses. I don't know what's good yet, so I've gone with faster salvage and repair. Our city is being destroyed, and we need to rebuild it, so I feel like that's probably pretty good. And we're going to call our city Saskatoon, because that's where I was born. All right? I feel like she kind of looks exactly like me, so why not? Let's rock and roll. You can change all this stuff, but I'm not going to do that, because we need to learn what's up. So city building and grand strategy, hey? I like this. I like this on paper.
In the early 20th century, the world was consumed by the flames of an unending conflict. The Great War, which was expected to draw to a close, instead spiraled into an abyss of perpetual warfare. The hopes for peace and restoration shattered as the envoys of the Versailles Peace Treaty were brutally assassinated, plunging the world into further chaos. As the years rolled on, the global stage transformed into a battleground where nations fought relentlessly, their war machines fueled by unquenchable thirst for power and dominance. Monarchies and empires, once pillars of strength, crumbled under the weight of constant warfare and the shifting tides of history.
Kaiserpunk. I like the name. I do like the name Kaiserpunk.
A battalion of battle-weary soldiers, having deserted the relentless conflict, returned to their once familiar land, only to discover a haunting sight, a desolate wasteland of ruins. Amidst the crumbling remains of a nation, they encounter the lingering echoes of war, grappling with the ghosts of their past and the harsh realities of a world forever changed. Undeterred, they rally together, fueled by a resilient spirit to rebuild not just their lives, but also their shattered nation.
The lighting is really cool, man. Very nice. Some scumbags have dug in, but I think we can take them. They don't really scream experience. We could use the place to rest and recover, maybe even for a season. I don't think that dude made it, actually. It's not much, but it's a start. The battalions expelled the violent brigands from the local church and established a headquarters there. Makes sense. Let's take a look here. So we've got a bunch of stuff going on. Cash, laborers, manufacturers, technicians, specialists, morale here. We've got some speed. We've got weather options that we can toggle, it looks like. Maybe that clicks in once we actually run time. Let's run that on dynamic. Same thing here. We'll keep it paused for now because I got some things to figure out. We've got electricity, water, plywood, bricks, concrete, and glass. Dashboard, world map, but you have to have an army. You can see this little mini map here that's pretty substantial in size. Kind of reminds me of RimWorld a little bit there. Demolish mode, copy mode, move mode, repair, and then obviously all of our building stuff here. Switch to city interface. Okay, so let's follow and see if we can rebuild Saskatoon here. So It's a rather bleak world, at least in the beginning, but we're certain you'll turn it around, especially with the help of diligent citizens of your city-state. Now that you've taken over the local church and set it up as your base of operations, let's take a few minutes to become familiar with the interface and your surroundings. It's difficult to do something with nothing, but we can use the ruins to our advantage. If we send our boys to clear the rubble, we'll salvage some resources and make some room while we're at it. 2 birds, 1 stone. I suggest we start with the town square. So we can move our camera around, Q and E to rotate. We can get pretty zoomed in there. I can read all the people who served here before. Left click to interact with objects in the world. Yep, okay, we can operate with these little plots and stuff. We'll see if that matters. It's difficult to do something with nothing. Yeah, okay. So you'll encounter many reminders of the devastation, and most of these can be salvaged for useful resources and or other rewards or even repaired. Once repaired, you'll be able to move them around like any other building. Okay. So this is us sort of returning this place to some level of glory. I did not know that we had FPV drones, but this is alternate history. So, you know, maybe we had cool drone tech back then with super high definition cameras and very precision control. Maybe we did. The old farm. It still stands. Okay, within several weeks, almost half of the ruined village has been cleared, yielding a trove of valuable resources and land cleared for obstacles for further construction. Meanwhile, battalion members will take on the task of scouting the area and vigilance against would-be enemies to ensure the safety of the fledgling community. So we got a bunch of resources. All right, so what do we have here? This is the town square, right? The church. So job's done. Some civilians who were hiding in the ruins joined us too. We should consider providing some housing or our people will start falling ill. 2 small blocks should kick things off in the right direction. Constructing buildings is the main way to expand your capital, increase production of resources, and in general become a stronger power in the world of Kaiserpunk. The default view shows building categories at the bottom of the screen. Choose a category and then a specific building in that category. Simply place the building where you wish. Okay, so it's pretty free form. So we could build laborer houses, low density costs for laborers, costs some plywood, brings in 20 laborers. That's cool. We have lawns. We've got an assortment of various trees. Let's just, I'm not going to get too ahead of myself here. Okay. Now, we can rotate these. We can cycle models. Oh, neat. Okay. So there's some alternate looks to kind of keep your city, you know, looking snazzy. You can just override anything here except for these existing things. Agriculture threshold reached. You made significant progress in development branch and have unlocked new possibilities. Cotton fields. Okay, let's get the laborer houses down here, and then we'll worry about this. So we'll put the openings like maybe in line with the town square, like this. With a sigh of relief and joy, members of the battalion and some of the local civilians who joined you welcome the completion of the first houses. Many more will be needed sooner rather than later, but it's a welcome sight nonetheless. Sweet. First houses have been built. They're not the best, but they'll do. At least they're dry and warm, which can't be said for the pathways. The smart choice is to clear out some roads. Nothing fancy. A simple dirt road will do for now, and will prevent some injuries. Buildings can have multiple entrances, and they are all clearly marked, those arrows. Only a single entrance must be connected. And all buildings in the capital must be linked to at least the town center, while some, like production buildings, have additional prerequisites. Okay. Connect the houses to the town center. Go roads here. We've got dirt roads, development points. Yep, all right. So we can cycle road types. We can left click to add points, stretch across water to create bridges. So if I just run like this, we connect them all. Your new capital may be emerging from war and destruction, but that's no excuse for chaos. A good road network connecting every nook and cranny will ensure the township evolves properly and in order. And now that you have the first pioneers living in your capital, it's time for the battalion to step down. From now on, salvage or repairs will have to be handled by your citizens. Okay. This is a hell of a start, but we won't be able to feed everyone by scavenging for moldy bread and rotten vegetables. We're barely scraping by for food, and more refugees appear every day. We have to start producing some food, or our small community won't last. The good side is that most of the battalion is from the countryside. They're no strangers to farming, and a simple vegetable farm will suffice. Okay, sweet. So the basic form of production is employed by buildings that require no input resources. These are your farms, mines, or similar buildings. Each production cycle, which lasts for 12 in-game hours, the buildings will produce a specific quantity of the product they manufacture. All right, sweet. So we can start with a farm to produce vegetables. You can see the costs associated there. There's an upkeep as well, and then a certain number of laborers that need to work here. So why don't we run this like up top here? And I don't know if I'm leaving enough space, but like I'll try to kind of keep things as clean as I possibly can. I suppose I could even just put this right along the border here and then connect a road up there like that. That's fine for me. Are there multiple models of this too? Not right now. I imagine in the full release, they're looking to have multiple models for everything. Let's connect this up. Humble vegetable farm become the cornerstone of the future of your entire nation, if you can believe it. It's a good start, but you're not there yet. The good not only need to be produced, they must also flow. It is time to set up the lifeblood of your up-and-coming capital. Okay, what does that mean? No depot nearby. Okay, build additional... Okay, let me just build a depot. Can I link it up nice like this? We go roads here. I don't know if I'm going ahead of what they want me to do, but that's what I'm going to do. It's linked. Okay. Now, let me get out of there. Production on the vegetable farm is underway. We should consider what to do with the produce. Just leaving it on the farm isn't an option. The smarter approach is to build a depot. Okay, I'm ahead. Depots automatically dispatch transporters to handle transport tasks. Okay. Now notice it is chewing into our laborer total. So it's like 10 per. But that's cool. The depot, more than likely the first of many, is dispatched as transporters with good organization and a touch of luck. This is just the start of a future bustling economy. All right. So now, transport threshold reached. Threshold reached. Manufacturing, civic, military, morale. Okay, a lot of thresholds. What's next? What we've accomplished here in mere weeks is astonishing, but if this township is to grow strong, we'll need more manpower, a larger workforce to handle all the production. Our scouts reported finding more locals hiding among the ruins, but they won't join us if they have no place to stay. The best way to entice them to join is to provide housing. Now, is there like a limit? Like, can I just spam houses and get unlimited people? Almost everything in your capital requires workers to function properly, and on top of that, you need recruits to train army units. Both workers and recruits come from the same pool. Okay. Immigration is the main way to get more people in your capital. Immigrants arrive from the outside, meaning from the other regions of the world, although the initial interest already exists within your capital region. The higher the immigration interest, the quicker the immigration pool will rise, which only helps you to achieve your goals. Additional people can be found by exploring the local ruins and resolving stories. To settle immigrants in your capital, simply place appropriate housing for them class-wise. Cool, great explanations, love that. So let's go here, let's get some more housing. Maybe what I'll do is I'll create like little yards, you know? Also like that it's randomizing on each click. That's kind of nice. It just creates a little bit of variability. I feel like more games should do that. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's really cool. Okay, so now we need to connect these up, and we'll keep to this like outside section, and we'll link down to here. With the small village beginning to take shape, your scouts are reporting new eyes shifting in your direction. Locals hiding from the brigands are starting to notice your progress. You cannot be sure if they're to be trusted, but you also can't afford to be picky. Yeah, fair. Welcome. We're gonna take anybody. I'm just gonna extend this out as well. You made significant progress in the development branch and have unlocked new possibilities. So we have flour mills, bakeries, oversight office, storage. These are storage upgrades, I guess. Mechanized farming upgrades, flour and bread as resources. Okay, cool. Okay, yep, I like that. What else you got for me? Salvaging for materials can only get us so far. We cannot rely on scavenge parties to stumble on construction materials. We must produce these. I suggest setting up the production of plywood. One of the most basic production chains is the production of plywood. Wood produced by a forester is taken into a lumber yard where it's processed. We need a forester and a lumber yard. If you place these two buildings close to each other, small trucks will transport the resources directly, which is a great way to optimize goods transportation in your city. Yeah, okay. So far, like, placement is very open-ended. There are these deposits out here, which I'm sure we're going to learn about. You can see all the little mining icons there. And like, we've got tons of little trenches and stuff. This is, yeah, okay. I'm intrigued. Let's set up some plywood stuff. So we need a forester. Brings in a whole forest. I'm not going to complain about that. And then we need the lumber yard. Let's do this. We'll place it right next to it. And we'll connect it with some roads. So far, my place is pretty clean, guys. I'm going to try to keep it this way. Try my best. Self-sustaining production of plywood marks a pivotal moment in your fledgling capital. You're no longer relying on scavenging like a nomad or an animal. Significant step forward, but only one of many. Okay, very neat. Now, what do you need? Not enough production resources. Produce or trade for more resources if they're lacking. Check the local depots. Okay, that's just because we haven't made our first delivery there. So he came and he moved the thing and now that's got stuff to do. Sweet. I'm getting reports of some less than flattering words directed at you. Gah, you reading the comments? It seems the civilians aren't pleased with their end of the bargain. It's somewhat understandable since we're basically asking them to live off vegetables alone and not much else. You might have to look into producing at least some wheat bread to supplement their meals. So your citizens' morale depends on a number of factors. The fulfillment of their basic needs is just one. Each morale category carries its own significance, but failing to meet their needs is the only one that can lead to your citizens leaving your capital. So we saw that here, right? Yeah. So there's needs, there's luxuries, health, safety, and education. So we're gonna set up bread production now. So we can create a grain field. I guess I'm gonna try to keep all of this for like housing, and we'll do all of our production above. And then we need a flour mill to process this grain, and a bakery. Look at that chain. Yeah, okay, so we get the wheat, it goes into the flour mill, and then it goes into the bakery. And we'll set this all up on a very clean and lined up dirt road. This actually worked out nice. I don't know if I can build on this hill. The laborers seem pleased that you've heard them and responded, which is of course great, though I have my doubts that we'll have similar luck with some other groups who might wander into our little town. We're making bread. They're going to require and request more. All right, so that's a luxury, perhaps? This building's not working properly. Insufficient workforce. Okay, so my workforce is now to -30. Is this going to tell me to build more? Interesting. Lookouts are reporting that a large group is on the way here, probably buddies of the previous inhabitants. Orders? Send someone to negotiate, but keep an armed detail in case things go sideways. I don't care if it's their mothers. Send whoever we have armed to cut them off. I'm not letting that scum back in here. So there are these choices that apparently form, bigger impacts on the larger world. So I don't know. I feel like we should maybe. Do we want to be ruthless? Let's negotiate, but we'll keep an armed detail and see what happens.
It's time for you guys to step down. You still got time. That is totally unacceptable. You don't want to start
Yo.
negotiating. Got them down.
Whoa. That went well. Dude didn't even flinch. That guy's got ice in his veins. Okay, that's pissing me off. Just blasted our church. Take out the bridge. Damn it. Oh! Hey, okay. I mean, mission failed successfully. The bridge is down with a violent crash followed by the downing of the river bridge. The brigands have showed their intentions. They're less than pleased with you taking over a territory they deemed theirs, and will stop at nothing to take it back. Your staunch resolve stopped them for now, but you can surely expect their attacks to continue until you flushed out the last of them from the region. Okay. They've retreated for now. Whatever may be, without some proper security, we're sitting ducks. We got to get our military base up and running. Yes, please. Let's do that, guys. Check out the nearby ruined factory. Oh, I see. I see it. Workforce problems. The main way to get more workers is immigration, but there's ways to get out of the tight spot, so here's a few tips. Temporarily pause production or public services in buildings that use the same class, boost morale to increase immigration of a class, build propaganda centers in regions, region upgrade. Okay. As you all know, Governor, training and keeping a standing army takes a lot of resources. Thankfully, I have a solution. There's a factory in the region. It's in ruins, and I'm certain we'll find a lot of what we need there. Okay, sounds good, but I'm guessing such a treasure trove isn't just lying there unguarded. Uh-oh. Yo, this is neat. I love their little sequencer flyovers here. Just kind of give you a cooler bird's eye of what's happening. The battalion cautiously navigates the hazardous terrain of a ruined factory, unearthing machinery and tools that had once fueled productivity. A chance encounter reveals a group of skilled workers, survivors who have adapted to the grim surroundings. Let's see if they'll join us. Skilled men. Yeah, cool. Your worthy scout teams have located and your diligent citizens have salvaged essential resources with which to equip your army units. May not seem like much, but it's a start. So we got handguns, ammunition, rations, and manufacturers. That's these guys. These are going to fill factory jobs and will likely be the largest social group in the city. They require tier 2 housing. Anything more will require setting up its own production to train new battalion units. Here, we can do that. This makes it possible, yeah. Now, that takes time, which is currently not in ample supply, but make no mistakes, it will be necessary. Okay. We will take that. Workforce needed 8. Okay. Okay, let's go back here. I'm sure we're going to have to build up our workforce. I don't know if I'm waiting for them to tell me, or I could probably just do it. As expected, the factory storage was full. Resource-wide, we're covered for a while. It's not sustainable in the long run, but we can train and arm a basic army. Well, what are we waiting for? To create an army, simply build a new military base. A commanding officer, the army's general, is automatically assigned and the army is formed. Though, initially the army won't have any units. It's up to you to train individual army units that an army consists of. All of this is primarily done through the military base info panel. All right. Military buildings. Military base. Okay, hold on a second. I'm just gonna build out our little neighborhood a bit more here. Let me throw down some more of these. And I mean, I could wrap around here. Why not? Okay. That's cool. So now you can see, and I like this doesn't happen just instantly. It's kind of happening over time. You can see the immigration interest here is 3, which is very good. So if we had these numbers lower or negative, then this, I assume, isn't going to, like, we could build the houses, but people won't come, right? Waiting on immigration 0, but you can see, like, these numbers are going up. Waiting on immigration 13. So that's where I need, like, the tier 2 housing, right? Now, some of these things are placeholders because this is still a demo. So manufacturer housing. Let's do some of these. I love how it changes those models. I think that is so freaking cool. Now, I'm not really paying close attention to my resources at this point. I probably should, but I'm just enjoying the build for right now. Okay, cool. So now these guys have houses, and I think that's what that means. Waiting on immigration, we have to, they're just like, gotta get the housing down. Okay, where's our objective here? Build a military base. So enables the creation of a battalion. Now, where should I place this? Like, you could place it just in the middle of nowhere. But I got to connect it to my city center, right? So, should probably be over here somewhere. I'll place it maybe right behind. We can do something like this. And I will leave a space so that I can run a road up here. Brave volunteers from your disbanded battalion have come forward to form a new militia unit to serve in your first army. They know what's at stake. They also know that it's not nearly enough, but training more units demands weapons, resources, and recruits, all of which are a scarce commodity. As motivated as they are, a single unit won't stand a chance in any real combat. Training additional units is a must. The world map is now accessible. All right. So first of all, let me get a dirt road here. You can see that little link icon saying, hey man, roads please. All right. Let's see what they have to say. When you select a military base, you have complete overview of the army calling that base their HQ. If there are any empty unit slots, up to 8 units can be created in an army. You can queue up the training of these units. Oh yeah, sick. Okay. So we do have... Oh, nice. This is just freestanding. Oh, I like that. That's really cool. Let's put this over here for now. Development threshold reached. So we got water pumps, water towers. Wants us to train 3 additional militia units. So let's clear this. I need to reach the required development for this one, but I can train militia. So let's train that. Can I queue up a bunch here? Oh yeah, okay. So I have to click. Am I clicking each slot, maybe? Oh no, I can just spam this. All right, so I'm fully queued up. I'm fully queued up. Let's let time pass here. And we'll speed it up. And let's see, what is this sitting at? 35%? It's gonna take a minute. 45. Okay, so while that's happening, maybe I can mess with some other stuff here. So what about salvaging? It's going to take 48 laborers. So let me salvage this old promenade. And you can see we drop the laborers right away while they're doing this. It's going to take a day and 7 hours, and I get all those resources. Some clothes, some bricks. But we could also... Damage buildings. We read a thing saying that you could, like, yeah, you can repair some of them. So maybe it's not an option. Maybe it's just building specific. Army ready. One of your armies is ready for its next move. Okay, so I've got 2. I got 2. Let's let that go. And these guys... So I need more laborers. What's my interest? It's pretty high. I'm just gonna spam some more housing to get some more labor. Yeah, okay, so those rocks are a problem. You're gonna be special, because you're gonna get a house facing that way. Aren't you lucky? It's gonna increase the property value for sure. For sure. Let's salvage this for 20. Let's salvage this. Repair that. Salvage this. I'm gonna move this back here. Can't work on this yet. All of these things we could do, like these trenches. We can only demolish these, and it's gonna cost us stuff. Okay, you've made significant progress in the developmental branch and have unlocked new possibilities. So copper mines and zinc mines. All these different building upgrades. Copper, zinc, and brass. Okay. So if it's a cost to demolish, I don't know that I want to do that. But like salvaging would be good. Rations and shells. Salvage. Repair the factory. Salvage that. I don't see why I wouldn't do this. It hasn't told me to do it, but I'm doing it. Okay. Where's my military base? Here. Okay. Before you can utilize an army, you have to deploy it first. You can do this by selecting the army on the world map, or you can do it from the military base info panel. Click the deploy button and choose an eligible region. Deployment takes time. The farther away from your capital, the longer it takes. I mean, makes sense. So let's deploy. Army in cooldown. So where... I guess this is it. Your first army is leaving its military base. For now. This will expand. I think there's... I want to say I read something about having, like, 100 regions to take over or something. So you can literally, like, take over the world. It'll take some time for your army to fully deploy, but after that, they'll be ready for your orders. Okay. So, I guess we will just wait. Open world map. Open dashboard. Oh, this is cool. Financial stats. Okay, okay, okay. Stock overview. Nice little breakdown here. Obviously, they could polish this up a little bit, get some nicer fonts and stuff going on, but like, again, this is just a demo. Housing overviews. All right, cool. How do I get back to like the, there we go, sweet. Army's ready. We're still gonna produce more, but let's let this happen. Okay. Please not hit my church. It's already taken a beating. Please not hit my church. Forklift guy's like, nope. Count herself lucky this time. It could have ended worse. Thankfully, the depot guys put out any fires quickly, but we shouldn't rely on amateurs for that. As the town grows, we must start looking for all the public services the people expect. Public safety is the most fundamental element of public services in Kaiserpunk. It deals with crime, natural and man-made disasters, as well as widespread medical emergencies. Fire should be your primary concern since it can erupt at any time. Usually a single fire will be the least of your worries, as such small-scale problems have a rude tendency to escalate into stories of their own. So we've constructed a building that requires electricity. Unlike standard resources that you can store, electricity is provided as a constant flow to the buildings that require it. This goes in two parts. Produce electricity. Oh my God. In power plants, the most basic of which is the windmill that requires no fuel. Distribute the electricity by building power substations. Buildings near the substation will draw electricity from it. But remember, all of it needs to be connected by a road. Additionally, keep in mind that power substations are limited in how much electricity they can distribute. If more is needed at that location, build additional substations. I wonder if that's from one of the building repairs I did. Down here, maybe? Yeah, so this is not linked, which is fair. Let's see if I can... Okay, so this road's good. I'm trying to see where it ends or begins here. This is a little bit awkward, I suppose. Only minor amounts of awkward. Okay. So I'm close. I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe this is like a certain type of road that I need to demolish or something. We'll get into that later. I don't think that's our top priority right now. What we got from the warehouse will only get us so far. I'm sure we can agree we'll need more weapons and other supplies, and you can bet that we have to get our own ore production going. Indeed, we'll become self-sufficient, draft the production plan, and let's get to it. A single production building can produce multiple resources, just not at the same time. You can switch production to a completely different product that naturally changes the input resources as well. There's no penalty associated with this action. You're in charge. You give the orders. The citizens will comply. To change what's produced, use the second tab of the info panel on any production building. If a different product can be set up, you'll see it there. Start producing handgun components. Set the lumber yard to produce lumber. So that's here. Condition. Let's see. Wood, plywood. Ah, there, okay. A lot of the more advanced resources require raw ore at some point. The primary way to obtain ore is to mine it from ore deposits that you can find scattered over the city map. To mine ore, simply put a corresponding mine over the deposit. Of course, you have to develop the particular mine first. Right. I'm going to slow down our time here. So we're on lumber now. It's used in handgun stuff, so that's good. Let's see what's next here. Oh, my bad. Here's the okay, lumber yard. Hold on. So I guess the idea here is that I probably don't want to just have one of these. We should have more. I'll place it down here. Well, but this part's actually cut off from the road. So I guess we can place it on this side. This area has been cleared. We'll connect this up. And you need production resources. So we can keep you on plywood. The wood will come there, but let me look at, where is it? Bakery, fish. These are all the mines. How do I get another one of these? How do I get another forester? Where's the forester at? Oh, forester, where are you? There it is. Okay. Let's put you down there so we can make, hopefully we can make enough, right? Because we'll keep this on plywood and this one can be on lumber. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Start producing handgun components. So I need to build an iron mine. Here's iron. Must be built on a deposit. So that's got to be up here. And then I need a coal mine. Can only be built on coal deposits. Where's coal deposits? Right there. Of course, we'll need to link these all. And I need a smelter. Maybe I should put this, like, somewhere in the middle of that. Actually, maybe I'll put it down here because I'm going to need to link up my roads through here anyways. I'm glad I kept this. Weapons like handguns or rifles are produced in factories. The same buildings producing food rations. The process is identical to the production of other resources. Input resources are delivered and processed into the final product. Okay, so let's go here. I'm gonna go up through this section. Then you're gonna connect here. And you're gonna go way over here. And ba-boom. Okay, so we need a depot for that. Now, can I have one depot for both of these? Oh, look it. Okay, so I'm noticing that that gets highlighted in green as I get close. And if I'm far away, I think it means it's not servicing that building. So I'll just do a depot on each side. I don't need to be El Cheapo here. El Cheapo Depot. Okay. Good. Now, coal mine, depot, nice. And we needed to find a, what was it? Logistical support. It was like a factory or something. Munitions factory. Do I have one of these? I do now. Okay, so this needs power. So let's see. Let's get a windmill. So I now am creating an overage of 5 electricity. I need a substation. There we go. There we go. Okay, so food rations, army rations, handguns. Weapons in Kaiserpunk are mass-produced good. If the Great War has taught you anything, it's you can never have enough weapons. Dudes, this is, like, deep. There's a ton of stuff going on here. Research in Kaiserpunk is automatic and is directly linked to what you're doing in the capital. That's what all those little breakthroughs that have popped up have been from. Each building contributes to the progress of a developmental branch. The more buildings you have that contribute to the same branch, the faster it develops. I like that. Instead of just having like a research like facility, that's cool. Faster it develops, unlocking new buildings, upgrades, and possibilities. There are some specific buildings that you can use to steer development more directly, university or research center, but the bulk is done passively. I think that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Okay, cellulose factory. Yeah, sure, let's get that going. Okay. Let's put that down here. Well, I don't know if there's going to be issues with, like, pollution or what. There's ranch and a fishery now. Brass production. So I need a copper mine and a zinc mine. And get the smelter to produce brass. So where's copper? I'd like for them to, in the future, differentiate these icons on the minimap a little bit more. I think that would be really nice. Zinc mine. That's got to be zinc. Yep. What is this? Oh, this is like a random laborer house that I... Oh, I need more laborers. Okay, hold on. I gotta have a bit of a situation that I'm not addressing. So I'm gonna try to address that in a second here. Okay, so we're just gonna link that up. I'm going to link this up. It draws these lines in a pretty smart fashion, actually. So yeah, we need to get more of these guys. And I'm poor. I don't have any more plywood. So what I could try to do, I might have to actually, I probably stretched my guys a little thin here. Probably. Build a smelter. I need more wood. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Manufacturing buildings, agriculture buildings, utilities, forester. I'm gonna double this up. And then I'm going to throw down another lumber yard. Oh, I can't, I'm so poor. Let's just speed this up. Because clearly I need more plywood coming in with my spending habits. I've gotten a little bit out of control. I need one more trickle. Give me one more trickle here. Okay. So let's do that. We want this on plywood. Insufficient workforce. Yeah, that is definitely a problem that I'm going to try to rectify. If I link this to the town center, that will help. So there's a house for people. We also need a depot there. If I repair this one, I need the laborer, so that's a little tricky. That is a little tricky. Depot. Fire, elementary, depot. I need more wood. Okay. You're seeing a trend here. Now, I guess what I could do is, like... What do I have a lot of? That stuff's fine. I feel like I should pause this and free up those guys to go and do other jobs. So building is paused. You can see that little pause above it. Bakery I'm going to pause as well. So that's going to have an impact on some of our luxuries, right? That lumberyard's good. That's good. $48 now. Let's get that in. So we're producing that, but my bigger problem is this. So now at the 20s, here, I need to go housing for our squad. And then we should be able to get this. So it's saying I have 269, unemployed minus 46. Does that mean I'm like 46 jobs over? Now it's minus 35. I think so. But I think if I just keep slamming these. Yeah, this is good. This is good. It's working. We're getting there. We're getting there. I can do high density housing here for 60, but it's quite, so this is good because it takes up less space, but it's 20 bricks, it's 5 times the wood, and only 3 times the actual workforce, right? But the development points are much higher, so it gets you down that track a little bit faster, which is pretty cool. Okay. Minus 42. Minus 36. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. Keep the wood coming. I just want to level out this workforce. It's my bad. I've gone a little bit ham. Okay, we're in the positives, if you can believe it. But these are paused, so if I unpause these, I'm going to be significantly behind. That's fine. We'll get there. We'll get there. Brass productions. Okay, so we have zinc going. This needs a depot, so I might as well build that. That's in here. Yeah, depots. Oh, I need 40. At least I've got cash. Can I like make a trade with somebody? I bet I can at some point. Okay, one more and I can build this depot, then we get that going. That's gonna cut into my laborers again, but now I've got this big overage, so it might be fine. But what I'm gonna do, because I can see this is becoming a bit of a problem. Maybe I can just build a lumberyard and just keep that on plywood and use the existing resources. Like this truck's gonna get delivered there. Maybe. Yeah. Like maybe this is overkill, and maybe I could have just gotten away with building more lumber yards. That's possible. But this is starting to build now, so I'm at 30, which I like. Let me see if I can squeak another one in there. So not enough production resources. That's fine. At the next delivery here, I'm going to throw down one more. All right, now, I do need some manufacturer housing. And that's gonna require 40, but now every tick I'm getting 40. So that's gonna start to rapidly increase here. One of your armies is ready for its next move. I'm not gonna do that until it tells me, because that's gonna be a little bit more involved, I think. Come on. Give me the tick. Give me the tick. I'm getting 50 per tick now. There it is. Okay. Okay. That should hopefully solve some of our problems. We should come out ahead there. Okay, so now build a smelter. And I've got this smelter going. And we want this for brass. Okay. All that's remaining to build a munitions factory, we can start producing our own. Sweet. Let's get a munitions factory here. Insufficient workforce, because I need a bunch of manufacturers. Well, I'm glad we took care of that other problem. One more tick here. How many are we getting from this? 20. Yeah, so keeping that work, this is the thing, right? Is you're gonna run out of space. So you're gonna have to go to the high density stuff. Reminds me very much of like the Sim City 2000 days when you get like the high density skyscrapers and stuff, and then that big alien comes in and destroys your whole city. I doubt we're gonna see aliens here, but it could happen. Food rations are used by a lot of our army units. We need to have steady production. For that, we need to produce a sufficient stream of vegetables and bread. Yeah, okay. Build another farm. Yep. Okay, okay, okay. What am I missing? What am I missing from the farm? 20 wood. 100 cash. Oh, there we go. Set up bread production. Wait, did I not restart all my bread stuff? I got bread. Buildings are all linked. Build grain field, flour mill, bakery. Grain field, flour mill, bakery. They're all on. Maybe I just have to build a whole new set. That'll fit in there nicely. Okay, interesting. Maybe something happened there when I paused that other one and it messed up the tutorial. Entirely possible. Now I need more workforce. Can you believe that? I can. Hope you guys like large backyards. Power's a little bit under. I don't know if that's a huge issue at this exact moment. But I'll throw down some more. Okay. Infantry with guns only get us so far. We should organize and start producing something heavier like artillery. If we need it, we need it. There's no way around it. Unlike most resources, vehicles are manufacturing specialized buildings. Also, these army resources are not produced continually. Your production cost for these goods can be quite high, so your direct command is required. Select a vehicle type factory and use the info panel to queue up what to produce and how many. It will take a bit of time. But once they are, the production will begin automatically. Okay. Vehicle factory. Let's get you plopped in there. You need a power substation. No problem. Glad you asked. And I'm running just enough. So I can get a field gun, pounder gun, set up the production of the field gun and produce 5 pieces. Okay, fair enough. I need steel, that's fine. That's coming in. I would like to see these type of resources listed somewhere as well. I think that would be nice just to see how much we have. Now, if I go back to the world map here, and I look at our army, like, what is it doing? Central Europe. There's our army, right? Oh, okay. Let's send it to Eastern Europe. When a battle starts, you're first presented with the battle preparation screen. This is where you make all the critical decisions, what armies are involved in the battle, who they will attack or confront if defending. Once you're happy with your tactical decisions, press the big button in the bottom center and let the battle play out. Your generals will heed your commands and take over. Armies will take turns slapping each other. And when all armies have done their actions, you'll be presented with the battle results screen so you can have a nice, clean overview of what happened. So, okay. Let's see. Your troops have failed to conquer the region. Well, guys, maybe try harder next time. Hey? Maybe? Maybe try harder, guys. What else we have here? Armies in cooldown. There was like a leader trait to have faster army cooldown. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. So these battles are all simulated, kind of like Risk. Like, this is kind of like city builder Risk. It's cool, man. I like this a lot. I mean, okay, there's a lot more that we could be getting into here, but I think this is a pretty good idea of what's happening. We're still in the basic sections here, right? Like, we're trying to produce 5 field guns right now. That's going to take a minute. I need about 1,000 more manufacturers. But yeah, I can see this being incredibly addicting. This is very cool. And like, once you start grasping the army stuff, I think the whole like world domination aspect is going to be cool for a lot of people. Yeah, like I'm definitely intrigued, and I'm curious to see where this goes. I can't wait to see what like the 1.0 or even early access release looks like. I just think it's going to be very cool. Armies finished deploying and are waiting for their orders. If I may suggest, we should march them into neighboring regions. Okay, we kind of went a little bit ahead there. So now it's telling me go up there again. Right mouse and hold to move. WASD, move an army, give a command, select the army. Let's try this. Not sure where the airbase is located exactly. Our best bet based on observed flight path is Carpathia. And on the plus side, Carpathia has some interesting resources. Let's hope you're right. Okay, well, I picked that. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm seeing like the little symbol up there that's saying you've defeated or you failed to conquer the region. I am not 100% sure on like if I'm reading those battle screens correctly. So I'll have to experiment with that a little bit more, but you guys can also experiment with that. Again, this demo is available for everybody right now, so I highly suggest you check it out. Links down below. And this has been Kaiserpunk by Overseer Games. Very, very cool take on this genre blend. The city building in and of itself is great so far. The resource management, great so far. And the tutorial, although wordy, kind of has to be, because it's explaining a lot of things. And once you get into the regular game, let me actually just show you something. If you go to make a new game, so here you can do a random map, biome, and world location are chosen randomly. You can't do this in the demo. The predefined map, this is the only one you can do right now. And then you can generate a map to best suit your playstyle. And if you go in here, there's going to be a bunch of other maps when it's releasing, not in the demo, that you can run on. And I think that's a pretty cool approach. This is an alpha demo. Like, this is early, guys. So, you know, I think you can see the potential here. There's definitely some room for polish. But I have no doubt that they're going to get there. This is very neat. So, yeah, hope you had a good time with Kaiserpunk. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye for now.